Aries, my dear, what have you done? You've really captured someone's attention. I don't know if you've captured it in a positive or a negative way, but they really want to speak to you. They really want to get your attention now. For some of you, this is going to happen in the future. This is someone who might apologize or try to walk something back that they've done or said. But I had some chill decks picked out. I'm still going to use them for your reading, and everything was kind of feeling peaceful and mellow and relaxed and calm, and I believe this is your energy. Feels like you've gone over the hump with something. And then I did my prayers. I did my opening little ceremony that I do, and boom, this energy came in like, I need to talk to Aries. I want to talk to Aries. This could be your higher self. It could be an aspect of yourself. It could be someone on another plane, maybe, I don't know, maybe someone you have a connection with in another realm, could be a spirit guide. I'm not really sure. We're going to see what they want, because at the end I had to write this down. They want to reach you. They're trying to get your attention. And then this deck, which I wasn't planning on using, really was like, use me. So we're going to find out. Should we do it now? Oh, interesting. I think this is the author. I've never seen this person before. I've never even looked in the book at this person and this author, but I just flipped to it. They're really standing out to me. This is strange. Okay, this is Marcella Kroll who makes this deck. Maybe there's somebody here who looks like this. Or they're going to be wearing red. They have a red dress, or polka dots could stand out, or maybe a lot of tattoos. I'm also noticing that they're using the Santa Muerte deck here. Interesting. I haven't used that in a while. Maybe you have a connection with Santa Muerte, or maybe that's who's reaching out to you, that archetype. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to get into this. I'm also knowing a difference in this cardstock. You see how the eye is white here, and here it's not. So there's something, when you put it side by side, it's not exactly the same. This could be someone's intentions with what they say. It could be a product that you've developed. You need to pay attention to the close details of something. So let's see, whoever this person is that's trying to reach out to you, or maybe that looks like you. Okay, let's see. Very interesting. I'm sorry, Marcella, to use you in the reading like this, but you're coming through. I don't know this person. Okay, let's see. I mean, big ups to your deck. All right, let's see. Now I'm really wondering if Marcella's an Aries. Okay, let's see. I was hearing she sure looks like a Scorpio. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, why do I want it? Maybe it was just to see that picture. Transmute. Oh, this is interesting because I wrote down recalibrate, and look how I did this little squiggle line. And I was thinking, what is that? A spiral of some sort, an ascension or a descension. And at the bottom, this is part of the book, there's this little bird standing on some books. Information. You need to recalibrate because you've learned some information, or you're going to gain some information. Number 44. This is a time of transmutation. So whoever is trying to reach out to you, they want to talk to you about something alchemical. This might not be literally, like, they're not going to ring you up and be like, hey, Aries, want to talk alchemy? Might not be that. Could be. It's more likely they've transformed something, or they've discovered something. They want to tell you about a transformation. Okay. Or involve you in some kind of transformation. For some of you, this is someone looking for a business partner or a partner of some sort. Let me tell you about the other messages I got, and then we'll get into the tarot. So I got the number one. Interesting. Number one could be a number for you. I got the number 51. And now we have 44 here. And it was 51%. So something has just passed, or someone has just passed through a threshold. Someone has just passed through, I'm hearing a wall, but it feels like maybe a boundary or some kind of energetic barrier. They just passed through, like, and when I mean they just, like, They almost didn't make it. I don't know. Okay, take what resonates, leave the rest. This whole message could come together with the cards. I had that already. Someone wants to make themselves known to you. They leave a signature. They leave a mark. Someone could be sucking up to you. This could be part of the apology. The letters R, M, P, and A could be significant. That could stand for something, even a company name or a street or something. It doesn't have to be a person's name, although it could be. And then the very first message I got is that you're playing a major role, a role more significant than others. Okay? This is in the grand scheme of things. You might not fully understand why something is happening or why some kind of transformation, transition, transmutation period is landing on your doorstep, but it's because you play and you pay a bigger role. Maybe this is your karma to play a bigger role in the grand scheme of a certain situation. You're repaying some karmic debt here. And this feels like the role that you play is a good one. I'm hearing apostle. Interesting. Okay, let's get into your reading, Aries. Lots of energy coming through. You could be around someone. They might be a water sign, potentially air, but it feels like dead energy, dead air. Maybe they're quiet, or they're just no one's home. Lights are on. No one's home. It's dead air in there. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Reboot. It's time for a reboot, to recalibrate. The divine timing and evaluation. That's what this reading's about for you. Something has happened or will happen in divine timing. The only timing there is, I'm hearing. It's time to evaluate where you're at, what you want, what's going on, who's in front of you, I'm hearing, and evaluate who's in front of you, who's standing in front of you. I'm seeing this image of you looking in the mirror and there's a man behind you looking in the mirror. Could be the case that somebody wants to emulate you, or your masculine energy is becoming more prominent. It doesn't matter what your gender is. But I'm seeing the man. They're wearing black. They have a black hat, and they're real. They're there. They're behind you, and you're both looking in the mirror at the same time. What is the man in the mirror? Tell me. The man in the mirror. Transformation. Transmutation, transformation, transition. The divine timing. This might be a guide of yours or a protector or someone you meet. It feels like you're getting taller. You're reaching higher. You're setting your goals and standards higher. And you're protecting your crown chakra, is what I'm getting with that hat. Okay, let's see. Let's get the energies that are supporting you. Energies supporting Aries. Hearing the letter T. Teresa, maybe? Or Thelma, or something with a T. Thelema, maybe? Let's see. Passage. Transmutation. Transition. And passage. Everything happens for a reason, Aries. Don't you forget that. Okay. So what's going on? You're playing a more significant role than others. It's time to pass through this gateway, this portal. And this passage, it's underneath a mountain. Right? So rather than climbing up the mountain and having to exert yourself and waste all that energy, Spirit has created a tunnel for you. And the tunnel is relatively short. Like, you can see what's on the other side. This doesn't feel that scary. It feels like a shortcut Spirit's given you. It's time that you enter into the next phase. Divine timing, evaluation. You've definitely looked around your surroundings and said, you know what? Something needs to change here. That's your evaluation. But Spirit's also evaluated your circumstances and said, you know what? Instead of making Aries go up and over this mountain, God knows we've done that to Aries enough, we're going to give them a shortcut this time to go through this tunnel. And it's not going to be a scary long tunnel. I'm hearing right place, right time. Okay, so the energy supporting you is a passage, or a passage. Okay, so let's see what's challenging you, Aries. You might actually go through tunnels, like drive through them, ride your bike through them, walk through them. That's significant. Pay attention to that. Should I take it? Yeah, why not? Ooh, we have rage and bonds. And this ring that this angel's holding, this ring holder, it says, I love you. With rage as your challenge. Someone throwing a fit here. Well, give me one more with the passage just to even this out here. Cleansing. Ooh. You take a cleansing bath lately? I know an Aries that did. It was highly effective for her. Okay. So you're ready to shed some skin here. You're ready to see all the snakes in the grass. Know what you're working with. There's a bond where somebody is angry. Someone is, I'm feeling like a fitful. They're fitful. They're throwing a tantrum, or they're just restless. They're fitful. This could be an aspect of you and how you were starting to feel, or it could be someone else. Let's get one of these cards. Tell me more about the diviner, divine timing and evaluation. You must follow your intuition when it comes to timing. Now's the time I should do this. Now's the time I should do that. Trust your intuition, especially when it comes to timing. If you feel guided to do something on a particular day, at a particular time, listen to that. That's a lot. Let's just get one for clarity. We're going to get tarot too, Spirit. No worries. That's a lot too. Why does so much want to come out now? Ooh, I feel like that's a message. So much wants to come out now. And you might be asking, why now? Why is this all happening now? As well as divine timing. But it's because you're ready. I can't get more than, I can't get less than 2. Okay, have tea with the birds, number 40, and number 41. I'm having trouble speaking here. I was almost going to say number fun. Maybe 41 is a good year for you. Whenever you're 41, whenever you turn 41, or whenever you were 41, bring the exile home. Have tea with the birds and bring the exile home. This also looks like the passage. Okay. Ooh, see the little bird with a message? I was on a walk today and there was a robin and it was like sitting right there. It was on a little post, but it was right there. I was like, wow, that robin's not flying away. Interesting. So I looked at it and it looked at me, kind of like did its head all weird, and then it flew away. So you could be seeing robins, but there's a little bird with a message here for you. Have tea with the birds. People are telling you things you need to hear. You've earned some kind of respect amongst a group of people or a particular person, and they're coming to you with information. You're playing a major role. So the messages are coming in. I'm also seeing a bee and a moth in this card. Those might be omens that you see too, little spirit guides. Bring home the exile. Bring the exile home. Let me take a look and see what they say about this card, and then we'll get the tarot. Number 41. There will be times when you are the exile searching for belonging, like the ugly duckling going from place to place in hopes of home. This can be a situational, temporary sting or a long drawn out ache of longing as you seek out your true place. Either way, it's incredibly painful to feel homesick for a place you've lost or heartsick for a home you've never had. This isn't punishment, nor is it permanent. Your quest for connection is a holy one. Now is the time to apprentice yourself to your lostness, to companion your longing by asking what it wants from you. Drop down into the wound of your unbelonging and listen to the melody found there. Its songs call you towards true home, where the exile no longer has to fit in, but simply belongs. So there's a group of people or a particular person, some kind of situation where you feel you no longer belong, you don't fit in, or maybe they've exiled you, they've shunned you, turned their back on you. You're just not jiving, okay? This is one of the wounds for whoever I'm connecting with today. If this part doesn't resonate, you can pass on by this energetically or this whole reading if you feel. But this is whoever I'm connecting to. This is one of the wounds of feeling like you don't belong. Now, your Aries, doesn't matter where your Aries placement is, you have one. Your cardinal fire, you're the beginning of the zodiac. Where are you going to fit in if you're the beginning, if you're the start, if you're the spark? You create it all. There's nowhere to fit in. Everything that comes after you must fit in with you. So remember that. It's not a matter of you finding your place amongst others. It's a matter of others finding a place with you. You play a major role. Recalibrate. So embrace anything that has happened where you feel suddenly like people are turning their backs on you. Embrace that, because there is a new doorway for you, a new passage, a new life where those others can't come with. Someone is upset with you, I'm hearing, and I don't know why. Maybe, well, why are they upset, this rage? I feel like you've also been upset about these broken bonds. You promised that you'd be there. You promised that you were my friend. You promised that you'd love me. You were supposed to be family, whatever it is for you. But you exiled me energetically, emotionally, physically, mentally. It's time to cleanse that energy. This could be the future energy that comes back to apologize and starts sucking up to you. Okay, why is this person rageful? King of Cups, Three of Cups. I just heard right away they can't get their way. Seeing these sharks in their stomach, in their belly. King of Cups, a water sign. It doesn't have to be, but they're giving me water energy for sure. This is someone who doesn't believe their ship has come in. I was going to say has sailed, but they could actually believe their ship has sailed. They missed an opportunity. Okay, they're looking at other people. For what? Excuse me. For what? Four of Cups. Who is this, Aries? It's like they look at people and how do I say this? They look, okay, there's a few things I'm hearing and I'm seeing. They look for the odd one out in a group. Okay, and they create a bond with that odd person out. Okay, two loners become friends kind of deal, right? Or we're both exiled, let's join forces, or we belong together because both of us have been through this, that kind of energy. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just what I'm seeing. The other thing I'm seeing is this could potentially be you. Feeling like your ship has sailed, your ship hasn't come in, either or. And it's like this gnawing feeling in the pit of your stomach. And this is the exile from the other people, the Four of Cups, Three of Cups. And you're wondering, like, what's going on? I have so much to offer. I don't want to jump through all these hoops. And Spirit's saying, well, you don't have to at all. At all. There's something you've recently gone through that's been a rite of passage. And I feel like you saw, you know, some ugly things about some people. I'm hearing what they were willing to do. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the tarot has to say. You could be really biting your tongue here. Okay, good news. This too shall pass. And you shall pass too. Oh, maybe it's you who's just passed through. You know, you just 51%. You just passed. You know, there was some kind of obstacle or threshold that you were coming up against. You couldn't get through, break through to the other side. But now Spirit's opened this shortcut after you cleansed some energy and decided, yes, it is divine timing to transmute, to transform, to see the truth of some people, to listen to the birds and what they're telling me, the messages I receive, and to understand that my uniqueness, the things that people don't like about me or the ways in which they exile me, are part of my magic and my soul. And if they don't like it, I'm here, bug off. King of Cups again. Okay, so Four of Swords for your overall energy. This is beautiful, Aries. This is rest, relaxation, peace. And that's what I was feeling in the very beginning. It's like everything's peaceful, everything's relaxed. The feather has dropped, I'm getting. I don't know what that means for all of you. So tell me more about this beautiful, restful energy. Sleep more. Take a nap if you can. Get to bed early. Sleep in. Do what you can. Sleep more. King of Swords. The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free, Aries. And I feel like the truth that's setting you free is a truth about something or someone or your relationships. Painful truth? Possibly. But does it bring you relief ultimately? Yes. Okay, you can sleep now knowing the truth. There's also truths that are coming through in your dreams. Pay attention to these. I just started a dream journal, like a dedicated, I always wrote down my dreams, but I started a dedicated dream journal. And the first night I got the journal and I started, decorating it and stuff. I had a dream. And then I wrote it down. And the next night I had a dream. And I've been having dreams ever since I started this journal. It's a little bit tiring, to be honest, but it's really helped me kind of keep up with remembering my dreams, which are from the spirit realm, is my belief. From your messages from your higher self and your lower self, both of which you need to hear from. Okay, so this could be something that you want to start doing, because there are truths, logic, and wisdom that are coming through in your dreams from your subconscious mind and your higher self about the next move you're supposed to make, is what I'm getting. Okay, what you don't see coming. The Tower. I'm seeing Four of Pentacles at the bottom. Something you've been holding on to that you didn't want to let go, but was too little for you, too small for you. This little tiny house. See? You were holding on to that. That's coming down. Okay, it's still a tiny house you're holding on to here. Look how big you are in comparison. But you're trying not to let go of it. You don't want it to crumble, even though it's of no use to you, no value to you. It doesn't provide you safety, shelter. You can't expand here. Maybe at some point you fit in this little house, but not anymore. Major role. You're playing a more significant role than others, and you need a bigger space to grow. So a tower is what you don't see coming. This could be that revelation that you receive, the messages from the birds, the truth. Or it could be something that actually happens, like an event. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles. Well, I feel like it's an illusion that's coming apart. An illusion about security. An illusion about where you belong. Your path. You see this? It looks like I'm hearing the U.S. Treasury. I'm in Canada, so I don't know. U.S. Treasury. I don't know if it looks like that. But there's some kind of like security system here. I mean, it would make sense. It's on the 10 of Pentacles. And these people are walking towards it like, that's it. That's where the root of my safety is. And he's sitting on a cut tree, on a stump. That's where the root of safety is in this treasury. But the tower comes down because it's still too small for you. The treasures aren't where you thought they were. Okay? And that's okay. Remember the shortcut Spirit's giving you. Remember that you asked to see the truth. Remember that you did do a cleansing ritual of some sort. Even if you didn't do it intentionally, you did it. And it's about time for this to happen. It's the right time. So some of you are going to lose something that you thought, I just have to be honest here, that you thought was going to bring you safety and security. Most likely, this has already happened, or you're already seeing it happen. Now, even though it's in what you don't see coming, what do I say there? Knight of Pentacles. It's been in the works for a while, okay? So you'll intuitively know what this is because the energy's been building up. I feel like the way the tower falls is what surprises you most. How does the tower fall? King of Wands, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Well, it feels like someone asks you to go to the beat of their drum. Music could be significant here. But it's like, hey, you got to follow me to the beat of my drum. And you turn your back and you're like, not really interested in that. Maybe this is the rageful person. Like, why aren't you listening to me, Aries? And then you know, there's a moment here where you decide to walk away from somebody who's, or something that you used to take inspired action towards. And it leaves you in this place of having to recalibrate, balance yourself, make a decision. So let's keep going and see what your opportunity is. My eyebrows, yeah, you saw them, right? My bangs weren't in the way. Okay, Five of Wands is your opportunity. That's so interesting. At first I saw it as the Four of Wands. Hence the eyebrows. But now my eyebrows are raised because, wait a second, it's the Five of Wands. Oh, that's the energy, right? Like something you thought was good turns out to actually be a little bit of an eyebrow raiser in a different way. Someone's eyebrows could be significant here. But I do think this is a good opportunity for you. Five of Wands is a card of conflict, competition. But look at you. You control all the pieces here. The opportunity is to realize that the conflict is really within yourself. And that is an opportunity because you can solve it all by yourself. You don't need anybody else to help you solve some kind of conflict. You can win at whatever is going on quite easily. The Man in the Mirror. Oh yeah, look. There's little men wearing top hats here. Oh, and here. The Man in the Mirror. Okay, so something that feels like it's a battle between you and an external force, Spirit is saying the opportunity is to realize the real struggle, as it always is internal, and you can solve it. And the way you solve it is by letting the tower fall, accepting the transformation and transmutation that's coming through for you, and allowing Spirit to guide you through this shortcut, through this tunnel to the other side. And also having faith that this is happening at the right time. So tell me more about the Five of Wands as the opportunity. Why is this an opportunity? Why is this an opportunity, Spirit? The Five of Wands. Don't let anybody suck up to you to get back into your good graces, temperance, divine timing. Well, okay, hold on. What's the ongoing problem? Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. It's like Justice, expecting something to come in for quite a long time and it's taken forever, or it's just not happening. It feels like someone's playing with your heart a little bit, or you yourself are playing with your own heart. And this is the conflict that's been happening. It's time to rebalance it, to bring justice to yourself and alchemize it, transmute it yourself with the Temperance card. It's gone on long enough, this tension. It feels more like a tension. Like, what? Yeah. Why is this persisting is the question. King of Cups, who is this? Who's the King of Cups, Aries? Oh, they did want me, whoever was telling me to, they want to contact you. I did see this. Oh, yeah. I felt guided to pull that one. The first one, Truth. Okay, King of Cups. Who are you and what do you want to say? Again, could always be an aspect of yourself. Confusion. Yeah, the sharks in the belly. Someone who's confused about what? Confused about what? Trouble. Some kind of trouble they've gotten themselves into. Okay? Okay? I just said it like that. That's weird. Okay. Fortune in disguise. This could be somebody who's after money, or it could be this Ten of Pentacles, the treasury thing, right? It's like where they thought there was fortune, or where you thought there was fortune, a fortunate connection, a fortunate circumstance. It was actually a disguise for something that was troubling and confusing underneath. For someone, the King of Cups is someone who doesn't really share their emotions. And on the light side, on the elevated side, it's because they're non-reactive. They respond emotionally and appropriately when they need to, but they don't, they're not triggered. But on the shadow side with the King of Cups, this could be someone who's emotionally distant or even manipulative. Anything else that we need? Revenge. Blessing and ground. I was thinking about how important it is to ground today. Especially when you're dealing with spiritual topics, divination, divine timing, energies, 5D, dream analysis. Like, grounding is so important. So this could be something that you need to do. Revenge, ground, and blessing. Whatever's happening to you now is grounding you. You see this tower? It's not on stable ground. So Spirit's saying we need to ground at the bottom of the mountain. That's where the passage is, where you're grounded. That's a blessing. You saw someone's revengeful side, or maybe your own, okay, and you realize this bond, this thing is not for me. You've seen some kind of disguise here, some troubled waters with this energy, or with yourself in relation to something, imbalance, okay, and I feel as though this is what is coming, what's the word? I don't want to say it's coming to a close. It's coming into view for you. You can finally see what the real issue is. Okay, and it's that you're trying to belong or maybe be a certain person for someone, when that's not what you, it's actually should be flipped. You come first, I'm hearing. Okay. 3 of Pentacles for your your challenge, but I was also getting your advice. Okay, we have another card for advice, but your challenge, 3 of Pentacles. This is working with others, right? Again, trying to fit in, trying to do what's expected of you and excel and succeed in a very defined dynamic. But look at this brick wall. It's like running into a brick wall. You were painting something beautiful on top of the brick wall, not realizing that whatever you're working towards here was a little bit of an obstacle. Yeah, you painted a flower over a brick wall to hide the obstacle, to hide the wall. What's this as the challenge? Something that you have put time and effort into. You may have to say so long. Judgment. You've woken up to the truth. This is a card of transformation as well. Awakening. Yeah. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Someone's an airhead. Okay. So I feel like you're going to stop working somewhere or with someone or on something that you thought was quite beautiful, but turns out to be just another obstacle. You've woken up to it. It's a challenge, though, as it would be, Queen of Swords, because even though we see the truth, it doesn't mean it's easy to accept. Because usually when we see a truth that we didn't expect to see, we have to take some kind of action. A difficult one that gets us out of our comfort zone. Now we need to do something about what we know or what happened. We have to do something with the truth rather than just ignore it. And that's an uncomfortable position to be in, but that's how we grow. When we get out of our comfort zone, that's where we grow. Oh, that's interesting. So the Queen of Swords is looking over here at your advice and your guidance is the 8 of Swords. What you're seeing, the truth really is that this thing that we're talking about, whatever it is for you, was a cage. Someone was putting you in the corner. Nobody puts Aries in the corner. You know? Like, what is this? It's too small for you. Look at your big wings. You know, major role you have. A role more significant than others. You're not meant to be just stuck in a cage, trapped somewhere, confined, kept small, kept little. Okay, and that's the truth that you're seeing. Like, wow, I was putting up with this. I was willing to go along with that. I was, doubting myself. I was limiting my own potentials here. And now you see that, and you also see that the cage is open. And your guidance is to recognize that the cage is open. And you don't have to be stuck there. Okay, so your outcome. I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. We're going to see what else Spirit has to say about this message. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you don't like that idea, you're not interested, you're like, what the hell? I thought I was getting a full reading. You did get a full reading. Trust that Spirit knew you didn't want to go to an extended and gave you everything you needed right here. Full information. Okay, only if you feel guided that there might be something more, then you can go to the extended. All right, the outcome, which I'm so happy about. 6 of Swords. Your own island. What was that card? Bring the exile home. 6 of Swords is a card of mental clarity, calmer waters, you know what? If they don't appreciate me here, if they don't like me here, I'm going to go to my own island, do my own thing. Not isolation, but, building something unique for yourself where only you have say, anchoring yourself in, grounding yourself. Anchoring yourself in to what? I feel like pulling one of these. Transformation. Anchoring yourself into what? Well, I'm seeing stormy, which goes with the picture. Anchoring yourself into the island while it's stormy, but what? There we are. Oh, yeah, we were talking about this eye, the back of the card. The Eye of Ra. Maybe that's something you want to look at. The healer. Anchoring yourself into your major role as a healer. That's who you are. And you know what? When you're a healer, guess what? You usually get some wounds you have to heal first so you know how to heal. It's just part of the way it goes, part of the karma. So that's beautiful. I see this clearing up, the storm clearing up from your mind, from your head, and you going through that passage, transmuting. I see you doing something bigger than what you're doing now. Your life gets larger, more exciting, and there's something here that you're healing, stormy, from these stormy seas. And it has a lot to do with this divinity, divine timing, but it has a lot to do with your difference, the ways in which you differ from others, and the ways in which you've been exiled in group situations or in relationships or in family situations. The so-called black sheep thing. That's part of your path because you are different than others. Growth. The spiral. You've outgrown the lowest common denominator, the status quo, the clique, the basic relationship. You've outgrown it. You need more. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.